Okay guys, I'm back. I actually didn't even realize I wasn't even recording this video. So I started it again. Basically to catch you up. Basically I'm waiting on these files that I just put in here to import. They are copying from the backup files wherever they are on the computer from the backup files. So they're copying to the Final Cut library, which is a good idea to do just so that you're never editing the original footage, just in case something happens with the software, or just anything could happen. You just always want to have backup files that haven't been touched, that aren't being used editing wise or anything like that, just because clients with their footage, it's just very, you just do not want to lose their footage, especially when they're paying you like a couple grand for their music video. You just don't want to do that. So waiting for it to copy the files on over. And yeah, the point of this music video, because I think I forgot because I didn't even know this thing wasn't on, is that I'm trying to show y'all how to edit music videos faster for 2017. Just been hearing around that it takes people forever to edit music videos, and I don't understand that. So I edit through Final Cut Pro, so I'm gonna just show you a little trick that should help you edit your music videos faster. Now this entire process probably takes about maybe 30 minutes to 40 minutes, just because everything has to process once you put it into this multicam editing space that I'm about to show you whenever these files finish copying. Alright, so once your footage has been imported, you're going to go through it and you're going to find all of your performance scenes and the main song. I think I have the song in here. These were shots that we were supposed to be using for cloning, but I did not like them, so I'm not going to use those. But like this shot, with this shot, because these are all the performance shots. I'm going to grab all of these, these, so basically you're just going through and just selecting your photos. I mean your videos. Do I want to use this? Maybe. Then this is my piano guy. And those are my people. So you'll take this and you will do a right click with your mouse and you click on new multicam clip. And you're gonna name it. I just usually name it after the artist. And you want to make sure that you're using audio for synchronization. You can leave all this the same. Starting time code, I mean, if you had used a slate, then you could put that in there. And then set based on common clip properties is usually what I keep it on, unless I'm trying to do something different. And then yeah, you just leave that the same. You press OK, and it's going to take a minute to sync them all up. Usually you would want to have your music selected in here as well, but you can always add it in the angles. I just didn't do it this time. So we're going to wait on that. Alright, so once it syncs up, oh, I don't have enough disk space. Yeah, try to make sure that you have disk space on here. I probably need to go through and delete some stuff. But basically it's going to create like your multicam clip. And the way that you can distinguish it is through this square-like thing right there. And yeah, so that's your new multicam clip. You're going to right click on it, select this, open an angle editor, and your clips should be synced. Now, sometimes they're not always synced. So the best thing to do on set is to have your people quiet, you know, your set's quiet, like actually run like a real set. For these guys, it was very, very busy that night. We had like 20 people there. Like, we shot at a studio, so I couldn't really get anyone to like be quiet. So I might have to go in here and manually, you know, sync these up. But if you do everything right, if everyone's quiet, if you slate it, you know, if you run things pretty efficiently, you can just, you know, do what we just did, you know, select all your clips with the music, sync them up, you know, right click, you know, ask it to sync it up, and all of these will be in order and in place and ready for you to just take it and just edit it. So that gives you some incentive on set to actually, you know, make everybody do what they're supposed to. And then you're going to come in here, you're going to find the music. Again, you can just add the music by right clicking on these arrows. You can add an angle, or you can delete an angle. So I want to add an angle, so I'm going to add one. Kind of wanted this angle to be on top of the other one, so I'm going to just move this down here. You can rename these C008, and you can name this, you know, name it audio. Gonna take friendly fire, or the person, oh my god, you're gonna take their music and you're going to just place it in here. A good idea is to go through all of these clips and make sure that they are synced up to the monitoring the monitoring angle, and the monitor is represented by like an actual monitor. So whenever this button is highlighted in blue, that means that it's on that angle, so you're viewing that angle. And of course, since this is audio, you're not going to see anything in the big part right there. So you can take this, you're going to sync it to monitoring angle, and it should sync up with the music here, and it just moves like so. So you're going to go through here and you're going to just make sure that everything is synced up to that monitoring angle, which is your audio. And, you know, it should, you know, if everybody was quiet, nobody was making no real noise, it should just sync up, you know, it should just move. See, this one did not work. So that's when you would have to go in manually and actually listen to it. And so when you hear him, you know, start to speak, you can put a marker on it, take a seat at the round table, listen to it. And so you just mark that right there. Okay, it's like not trying to mark it. I don't know why. But yeah, so basically it's right there. So, oh, it marked it down here. So you would just take these markers and try to like light them up. Zoom in with your zoom tool down here. And then I would move this to the monitoring angle so you can see it. And sometimes you gotta raise this just so you can hear him, and like lower this just so you can try to match him up. So it's like more like right here. Have a seat at the round table. And you can tell he's just slightly off, so you're gonna move it back. These numbers right here, they represent frames. So that -1 or -00:01 is like a frame. So just understand you're moving by frames, not by like seconds.
Have a seat at the round table.
You can tell he's still kind of off.
Have a seat at the round table.
Actually, I think I went back too far.
Have a seat at the round table.
And if you have a good eye, then you can pretty much pick it up.
Have a seat at the round table. Have a seat at the round table. Take a sheet and some cloth talk.
I think he's still slightly off.
Have a seat at the round table. Take a sheet and some cloth talk. Major key.
Still slightly off to me, so I'm gonna add it one more.
Have a seat at the round table. Take a sheet and some cloth.
Still think he's off a little bit. So just moving it frame by frame.
Have a seat at the round table. Take a sheet and some cloth talk. Major key.
And I think that's a winner. I think he's on point right there. And usually I let it, run through to just make sure I didn't tell him to stop during the, performance or anything. So everything is just synced up with the music.
Watch your mans, it's in the street full of cats who just plotting, playing on your success. You a dumbass, man. You should start by making your music stand out. Yeah, go ahead, test me on my knowledge. Get me to the best out in Dallas. Yeah, they ain't a stretch for the challenge.
Cool. And then again, you just keep going through. You'll change this back to the monitoring angle for the audio, and you'll just keep going. Sync selection to monitoring angle. And let's see if this is gonna sync up. Nope, it didn't. So basically you would go back through and you would sync all these up. I'm gonna go ahead and sync these up so I can show y'all the next step.
Calm up, we're still waiting for that one record. Trying to steal the stars, make another dumb record. All of a sudden now you trapping at your one bedroom. Then you ready cause he read it, oh let's some friend there.
Okay, so once you've done all of that and you set your footage up, what you're gonna wanna do is go back up to that clip up here in your browser, and you're gonna wanna right click on it, and you're gonna wanna transcode that media, and you're gonna wanna make it into, turn it into proxy media. This will help you edit faster when you're chopping them up, and it'll allow all of the angles to be in the video or to be on screen and to play all at one time. If you have not enough disk space, then what you'll have to do is you'll have to go and you'll have to clear out your RAM, or not your RAM, your render files. And let me find where mine are. Who can be deleted? Render files. Yeah, so again, it's kind of a long process right now. It's taken me an hour and 6 minutes exactly, but again, once everything is set up, then the whole process goes really, really fast. You can just simply concern yourself with just cutting up the clips and then going back in and putting your titles and putting your effects in. It's just super, super, super quick. So again, I'll go up here, try to right click on it to transcode the media, see if it'll work. And then you'll start to see in this box here, or in that circle, it'll start to transcode the clip. And again, it's turning it into proxy media just so that it's easier when you're editing and chopping it up and all of that stuff. So this process here, sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it takes maybe 20 minutes or so. Again, if everything has been, if when y'all were on set, everyone's quiet and you know, nobody's making any noise or anything. When you put it into Final Cut and you try to do the multicam editing, you know, synchronization, it should all synchronize pretty quickly for you, and you shouldn't have to go back in like I had to and manually like sync everything up, because that's what eats up your time. And so ideally you're on set, everyone's quiet, you shoot your shots, you bring it into your editing software, you sync them up, it syncs up automatically. Then you would go to this process here where you're just going to transcode the clip. And it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't list out all the clips that it's transcoding. So like you have to watch it, because it'll just say transcoding clip narco, but it has to go through all of those clips and transcode each of them. So it takes quite some time. I think I have like 13 or 16 individual clips or angles. So it could, you know, it's moving pretty fast, but it could, you know, take about 20 minutes at the most. All right, so once that is done, what you will do is you will go up here to view, and you will click on, you can do better performance because it's gonna play better, but what you're gonna want to do is change your media from optimized to proxy. So now, got the beach ball. And not sure when it's gonna leave. All right, then you're gonna come up here, you're gonna go to Windows, you're gonna go to Viewer Display, Show Angles, and now all of your angles are gonna be right here. Here in settings, you can change it to 16, 9, 4, 2. I usually go with 16 because I usually shoot a lot of different angles. I like to close everything by hiding the library. Hide the browser rather, so that it gets rid of the browser. I get rid of that because you don't need any of that. And you go in here, this shows all your angles here. This is how you switch between, I guess, like pages. You're gonna want to make sure your audio is selected. That controls your audio, that controls your clips. And you're gonna want to select a clip that you're gonna start on. And for him, I think I'm gonna start him right here in the video. I don't know, I have to figure it out however I want to cut it, but just as an example, you would play, and this is your, oh, where's my cutter? Don't have it. Well, actually, you don't need your cutter, because what you do, just go through here. It's gonna play the music. Where is my remote? So basically you just cut it up, and you can see all your clips, and they're gonna play all through here. You just cut through it. And you just go through there and just cut it. Yeah, so it's just real easy. So as you can imagine, if you don't have like a lot of like story or whatever, you could literally go through this whole thing, cut it up, you know, go back through it. You know, you can click on them, and if you select, what is it, control? No, it's not control. If you select option, if you hold down option, then you can change the cuts that you've made to, you know, to whatever angle you want it to be on. So really cool stuff. So once you get to this point, it's a lot faster as far as editing of, you know, the music video. You don't have to stack, you know, clips anymore. You don't have to try to like match them up to the music that's like down here. It's like, yeah. So like I don't know. I just have seen and heard people didn't know about this little trick, and it's like super amazing because it just really helps speed up your music video process. Of course, after you've done all the transcoding and syncing. So again, my recommendation is that when you're on set, make sure that people are quiet, make sure that people are not talking or goofing around, so that your audio on these clips are clean. So when you put them into the software and you go to try to synchronize it through, the multicam editing, it'll just sync up perfectly, and then you can jump to transcoding your media. If you have 4K, if you have like a regular Canon Rebel T3i, whatever else they got out now, for like beginner cameras or whatever, you probably will not need to transcode it. It'll probably play your clips fine. But also, for it to do all this, you got to have a pretty good system. I have a pretty good system, like a fast hard drive. I have a lot of RAM on this computer. So, it just kind of depends on your settings, because I've had times where, I'll do this and these clips will not play this smooth, or it'll be glitching, or, just all different kind of stuff. So you want to try to make sure that you have a good system that can handle this. And if your system can handle this, this is a great trick to use to get through your music videos a lot faster and get them back to your clients. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you wanted to know exactly how long this entire thing took me, it took me 1 hour and 30 minutes. I did tell y'all 40, but again, I shot this on the Sony a7S. We shot it in 4K, so with 4K footage, you have to go ahead and just let it transcode. And then again, I didn't have it was a really wild set, so people were talking and I had to go and sync it up manually. So, but on average, 1 hour and 30. Another recommendation is that after you shoot, you go home and you do this entire process. Just go ahead and knock it out, and that way when you come back, it's all about being creative. It's all about picking the best shots, color grading, and doing the stuff that we as music video directors enjoy, or should enjoy, which is the creative process. Alrighty, please stay tuned, subscribe, like, do all that shit if you like the video, and if you do, please do share it on all of your social media platforms. Appreciate you. See you soon. Bye.